Hey there, and thank you for joining me for Vlogmas Day 12. Hooray! So I think we're about officially halfway through, which is exciting, but kind of sad. I can't believe that. Everyone says it, and it sounds so cliche, but it's true. This time of year always goes so fast. Sad. But exciting, and I don't know about you, I hope you're enjoying every moment of it, but I for sure am. So it is snowing out here, and I'm a little bit later than I wanted. It's about 8:45, 8:50, but I texted my boss and let him know I'm coming into the office, but gonna be a couple of minutes late. And it's like, oh, there's traffic, which there is, but the real reason I'm gonna be late, I should have started earlier. I forgot my wallet, so I decided to go back and get it. I had that moment of, well, do I just keep going and hope I don't get stopped? But I'm like, no. Safety first, kids. So I went back and I got my wallet. We're all good. I also remembered my key fob to get into the door because I had Monday and Tuesday off and I was traveling and doing some fun stuff. But I forgot to put my key fob back in my work bag. It was in the pocket of my sweater, and I just kind of glanced over at my bag. I didn't see it, and I'm like, well, let me double check. So I found it, so that was a good thing, for sure. Excuse me. So I'm not drinking coffee. I'm drinking Diet Mountain Dew. I know, travesty, and I'm thinking of Rebecca from Quest to Fire. It's not that I'm I am losing my taste for coffee, but I'm a little bit more sensitive to caffeine around this time of year. So, although Diet Mountain Dew has more caffeine than coffee, but something about, I don't like the coffee taste is just, it seems dark and like just heavy to me. So I wanted something a little more fruity and light. Diet Mountain Dew. Is it a health tonic? No. But is it what I'm craving this morning? Yes. So that's what I'm drinking. And it's really good. So, what's on tap for today? It is a little bit of a lighter day, which is good. I don't have any client meetings today, which is nice. It's all internal and strategy and stuff like that. I have to write one recap for a client, which came from a meeting yesterday, which normally I would send out on the same day, but I figure I have 24 hours, and gosh darn it, I had a PTO. I took a day off yesterday, and I wanted to keep the call because A, it was regularly scheduled, B, these clients are pretty important, and I just wanted to have it. It's our last call of the year, so I wanted to keep it, which I'm glad I did because it went really well, and I was really pleased with it. I had been kind of making an effort to keep in touch with these clients and to kind of be very communicative, just keep an open dialogue, and they're good people, and I want to do a good job for them, and really go above and beyond and put in the extra effort. So that's what I'm doing. And it was a good call. We introduced some new team members, 2 extra layers of management on top of me, which is good to have that additional insight. I mean, I'm excited. So that's that. And I also wanted to check in with our paid search team because they were also out of the office Monday and Tuesday. Beginning of the week. So I want to check in with them and see. We're working on some optimizations, and it just takes some time, but I'm hoping to have that all done by the end of today so that they will hopefully take effect, because we only have like a week left before the college closes down. I work for schools, education institutes, and I'm looking forward to working for them as one of our verticals. So we do like education, financial services, are mainly what I focus on. If anyone's interested, that's what I do. So there's that on the work schedule. Then we have some internal like touch bases and things like that. So that's that. What else? I am hoping to be able to pop out to a mall at my lunch break. That's when I try to cram all my errands in. So I'm going to do that and return some stuff. So that's on the schedule. And then I don't think there's anything huge, anything else. It's really big on the horizon. Just hoping to come home and have a chill, relaxed day, which will be fun. Looking forward to just chilling, which is good. Whew. Hi. It's like shadow puppets in here. Hello. So I'm back from work and awake from a 2-hour nap after work, which is a lot of fun. And I thought I would tackle some laundry. So I'm back from work and I just woke up from a 2-hour post-work nap. I was exhausted. I tried literally, I put on my exercise clothes and I tried to drive to 7:30 p.m. yoga class, and I just couldn't do it. I literally had to turn around and come back and take a nap because I was so tired. So I slept, and I'm feeling fabulous now, but it's almost midnight, and I'm ready to go now. So I figured I'd just run with it and get done what I need to do. Have some laundry to fold here. Oh, you can see that's the laundry, and yes, that is a sleeping bag on my bed because all my sheets were in the wash. So I'm about to tackle that, and I will sort of catch you up on my day and what's been going on. So the thing with laundry is I find that it's just me. I am just doing laundry for one person, and still it piles up, and I'm like, how did all this pile up so quickly? So it's important to stay on top of it, which is an interesting topic because I just watched, because of this reason, I just watched a video from Kyra, who is a fantastic YouTuber. I will link to her channel below. And she did a video called Tidy Habits to Start Right Now or something like that, her tidy habits. And I loved all of them. Essentially, I feel like they can be summed up by the maxim, do it as you go, don't let it pile up. There are things, she had wonderful tips clean as you go when you're cooking, try to do 1 load of laundry a week, try to put things away right away. And these are all fabulous. They're really, really good tips. And they're things that we all, at least I know I should do in my head. In my head, I know I should be doing these things. But actually putting them into practice sometimes is the hardest part. Actually doing them is the hardest part. So I feel like in that respect, it's good to have habits and routines that you follow, that you stick with. So the smaller the better for routines. I find that I often don't stick with. If a routine is too big, I get overwhelmed. And if it's too small, it's not really effective. So getting in that that perfect size is really key, that sweet spot. I'd say a routine that takes 1 to 2 minutes that you do is helpful. Breaking the laundry up in chunks, for me, I find is super helpful. So I'll put in a load in the morning, I'll run it, and then I'll throw it in the dryer when I get home. And then I'll fold it before I go to bed, which is kind of what I'm doing right now, only this is sort of the accumulation of a couple days because I've been traveling, so it's not entirely, the routine wasn't in the time span that it normally takes, but it is a routine. I'm looking at at the clothes I have, so it is a routine that I put in place that does work. I just have to work it, and that's key with anything. It works if you work it, which is a 12-step slogan that I love. So on the topic of routines and staying tidy and tips for staying tidy, I am sort of working on that. Because I was talking to my sister about this too. I did not always used to be a tidy person. I would say that I only started being tidy in the past 5 years or so. And this was something that I made, like with my weight and with sort of overall fitness, it was something that I just decided to prioritize. And it took a while to get to a point where I felt comfortable, or I felt like I was seeing results. But the key was just sticking with it and deciding at that point that I wanted to be the kind of person who was this way. I wanted to be someone who felt good in their body, because I feel like life is more fun when you feel good about yourself and you're at a healthy weight and able to be active. I feel like life is more calm and more peaceful when your surroundings are orderly. So this was a belief that I started out with years ago, about 5 years ago again. And so let's start with how it was before. I was not an organized person. I was super disorganized, and I didn't think that things mattered. Like I didn't care. Like I didn't care enough to fold my clothes. I just like leave things in a corner in a room because I didn't care. And I found this kind of bleeding over into other areas of my life, or that philosophy bleeding over from other areas into my life. And it was particularly like when I was in school, it was with schoolwork. I just didn't care enough to do it, which I was not a smart person. Like I could have done it. I just didn't. And I feel like that was sort of a negative thing. Anyway, so I made the decision to care about the little things, to care about my surroundings. And that's why like folding the laundry reminds me of this, because I actually really like doing laundry. I find it really satisfying. It's almost like taking a mini inventory of everything you have every time you do it, because you see like what you have, what's working. And I notice it's like also on the Marie Kondo subject, that idea of does this item spark joy? Every time I touch something, when you're folding the clothes, you get to see, does this item spark joy? And I would say for the large majority of these things, yes, they do spark joy, which is exciting. So I find that as I'm doing laundry, I'm like filled with these, however hundreds of sparks of joy. So that's why now I really enjoy doing laundry and folding my laundry. The issue is when it piles up, and that is not joyful. That is the opposite of joyful. That is stressful. So not so much full of joy. I'm chuckling because I have been stealing socks from my mom's drawer because she left a whole bunch of socks behind. And as my laundry is piled up, I've like wanted socks. So I've stolen some of hers. Every Christmas I used to give her a pair of like really good polar fleece socks. So I'm going to wash these and put them back in her drawer. But these are getting holes in them. These are the Acorn brand polar fleece socks, and these have holes, and I don't know if I'd recommend them for that reason. A sock brand I do recommend is a Darn Tough sock brand, because those are guaranteed for life. They're like $20 a pair, but you never need another pair because they're guaranteed for life, which is cool. So what else? So tidy habits and where to start. And as I was reading the comments in Kyra Ann's video, I noticed that someone said, I just don't know where to start. And I can so relate to that feeling of just seeming like everything's out of control and I don't know where to start. And for me, really what helped was starting with the laundry and starting with my clothes, because that was something that I could affect and that I could see immediately, that I could see immediate change. And I just decided that I was going to do things like fold my clothes and put them away in the drawers, even if I just pick them out and wear them the next day. I decided that it was worth it to take the time to fold the clothes. So that was actually huge for me. And that was a huge way that I started sort of making my way into this lifestyle of minimalism. I would say that's where I started, and that was my sort of gateway. Even at the time, I think at the time I was probably about 15 to 20 pounds heavier than I am now. And I was not feeling super confident about my body or super good about my body at all. But I decided you know what, I'm just going to do what I can with what I have, and I'm going to appreciate what I have. And like my clothes too, like I wasn't super happy and super satisfied with all the clothes that I had, but I decided to treat them as though they were exactly what I wanted, and exactly treat them well, regardless of what they were. Which that little philosophy and that tiny little entry point in the laundry and in my clothes was for me the doorway to a lifestyle of more order, more calm, more peace, more intention, more clarity, and more space. And I would 100% say that I'm not, I mean, you're never there, you never arrive, but I would say that where I am right now, 2019, at the end of 2019, is like leaps and bounds from where I was in 2013, 2014. So that's huge. So I'm just about done with the laundry. So I'm going to end this here, but I'm going to thank you so much for watching. And if you are a new subscriber that came from this Vlogmas or any of the collabs that have gone on during this month, I want to say thank you so much for being here and that I appreciate you, and I hope that you will keep watching. Bye.